Angel Reese put on a fourth quarter masterclass as the Chicago Sky beat the Dallas Wings. I gotta be honest, that was one of the weirdest games to watch. It just felt weird watching that game. But before we go too deep, Beck Allen deserves all the praise today. She put up 27, 6, and 3 blocks. And she played some really great defense on Paige Beckers. Paige Beckers has been on a tear, and Beck Allen played some amazing defense on her, but also found her shot. She was 1 point away from her career high, one more three away from her career high in 3 points made. So she had an amazing night. She went 9 for 13, 5 for 7 for 3, 4 for 5 from the 3 point line, or free throw line. I'm sorry. I also gave us 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 blocks, and was one of the big reasons why Paige Beckers went 5 for 20. So awesome job by the vet. You deserve the player of the game. You came out on fire. I've even given you a hard time because once you got into the starting lineup, your production went down, but you're back coming off the bench, and here you are giving us an almost career night. So that is awesome. Maybe for this team, you need a little more space, more opportunity playing with the second unit. Sorry, and maybe that's what works best for you. And that's the thing about a team. You got to kind of figure that out over time. And players been in and out. But salute to Beck Allen. She really put in that work today. But as far as the rest of the game, it was just weird. Like, that's the best way to explain it. It was weird, Milla not starting. That was the first thing that was weird. Rotations were really weird. It was good to see Maddie get some more minutes. She played last game and played really well. She got some minutes this game, but the rotations were off. Rachel Banham, like, it wasn't that dynamic new point guard Rachel Banham we have been seeing. Angel sat in the dunker position for so long, so much during this game, and we haven't been seeing that for the last 5 to 7 games. And she just spent so much time in that dunker spot, almost behind the rim, behind the backboard, and that was awkward. She sat out for longer than we've ever seen her sit out. And I know she's dealing with an injury, so that could have been it. And her energy seemed low for the first almost 3.5 quarters. That seemed weird. Like, it was one of them games, like, everything, like, the energy just wasn't right. And maybe it was me because I had to watch it with the sound off. Maybe it was just because I couldn't feel any energy, but it just seemed like the team was discombobulated. I think getting Miller back kind of threw it off a little bit. And again, I'm not throwing blame at her, but you're getting your number one, what they call it, the number one option. You're getting such a big pivotal piece of this team back, and you kind of started adapting to playing without her, and so now you have to bring her back. So I'm thinking maybe that's why everything just seemed a little bit weird. Plus, she wasn't starting, but she came out solid in the first quarter. She was dominant. I think it was just the first quarter. She was dominating the game in the first quarter. Shout out to Miller. She got to get her legs back under her. I know she was out playing ball, but traveling and playing in a different league and different play styles, she got to readjust to playing in the W. But shout out to her for coming back and taking hold of that first quarter, man. That was a great showing for her. She came out like she didn't miss a beat, so that was great. But like I said, all in all, weird game to watch. It just came off really weird. But let's look into the stats, see how everyone did. We'll just go top to bottom. Wait, what order? I never figured this out. What order is this in? Like, the order's always weird on this app. But let's go with Mick. I know she did hit a corner three. Was that her only shot? Yeah, she hit that corner three. But besides that, she was she played scrappy. She seemed like she was everywhere. Picked up some fouls, but it just seemed like she was kind of just a bit everywhere all over the court. Wasn't a big contributor to the offensive end. Angel played 30 minutes. She was 6 for 10 from the field. Did not attempt any 3 points. She was 60% from the free throw line. A -6, 11 rebounds, all defensive rebounds, only 1 assist, 3 fouls, 5 turnovers, and 15 points. What do I want to address first? The plus minus is a weird one in this game because there was runs where she was in, and then she would come out, and the team would get halfway back into the game, and then she come in and they help them get back into the game. It was just like a weird. The rotations were. Like I said earlier, the rotations are so weird that, like, the plus minuses, if you look at them, they're all just like a little weird and inconsistent. Like, somebody played 22 minutes as a plus 15, and the next person played 31 minutes, it might be a -6, -2. It just weird plus minuses today. But Angel's game was like I said earlier. She was in a weird position. We didn't see her when she started the game. She pushed it. I always say I want her to play at that tempo. She pushed it, hit a mid-range jumper off the dribble, but we just didn't see a lot of that. No offensive rebounds because she was either in the dunker position or she was high. And at this point, we have to admit, like, no plays are being ran for her. Even during this nice little streak she went on for the last 6 games, it was kind of her like having a little more spacing and creating instead of like this is intentional. We're getting these points by this method, so now we can duplicate that and make it a habit of our teams. It's just not happening. And then we seen in the fourth quarter she took over and had I think 2 back-to-back plays. One of them she went 1-on-1 against Hines Allen, jump hook, got the contact knocked out, defensive stop, and then she came down and got an and one, and that just shifted the momentum. Like, that was the nail in the coffin for the game. She also had 3 free throws in that quarter, 4 rebounds in that quarter. So it was just kind of like we got to see the real Angel in that quarter. I don't know if it was the injury or just trying to not step on Miller's toes, readapt to getting your partner in crime back, but it was kind of a weird game until the fourth, and we seen Angel do what Angel does. Will was solid. I feel like most of her points came in the first half, but she played her part out there, played some great defense. Sorry, made it tough for the other team. This was one of those games where Ariel Atkins kind of did all the little things, the reboundings, the assists, the hard defense, and wasn't productive on the offensive end. And she wasn't looking for her shot. She only shot 6 times, and 3 of those were threes. She wasn't that Ariel that we've been seeing of late. And that's the thing with Ariel. I feel like sometimes she could be on and sometimes she could just be really, really passive. And today, again, she did help with the 4 assists and 4 rebounds. So that was great. I remember she got an offensive rebound and got an and one with the putback. I talked about Rachel earlier. She gave us 2 threes, but that was it. On the assists, yeah, she only had 2. She just wasn't that Rachel we've been seeing of late. Miller started out really, really, really hot, but she did only tally 23 minutes this game, and I know she was just coming back, so that probably played a big factor in Miller's game, but she gave us 9 points. I think she had 6 rebounds. Yeah, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and I believe she had 2 blocks. Kia Nurse, she was out there. She didn't get in the way, but she didn't really contribute to the game either. When she was out there, she was just kind of out there this game. She did hit 1 3. I do remember that. But for Kia, it was one of those games where you kind of didn't even notice her out there. The rookies got some minutes. Not much production from the rookies. Haley played 8 minutes and Maddie played 3 minutes. Not even close to 4. Maddie played 3 minutes. They got a little bit of burn. Haley I just look at Haley to see if she's getting more and more comfortable, and I seen her getting comfortable out there. I do believe she got a nice steal. I feel like she got a really good steal, but those are games where I do like to see Haley play because it's a lot of people in her age bracket and her experience bracket, and just to see how she handles the pressure going up against her contemporaries. At the end of the day, this was a great game for Beck Allen. It's still a win for the squad. We needed the win. We need as many wins as we can get. So way to step up, Beck, when the rest of the team seemed like they were a little bit off and things were a little clunky and funky. Becca Allen stepped up and gave almost a career night. She put on a great show. I really hope we get the kinks figured out before the next game so that we can stay rolling. Like, this team was rolling. You could feel we kept bumping our heads and losing a game, and then we'll win a game, and then we'll bump our head at the end and lose by a couple points. And that's a good thing because we started out the year just getting blown out. So there is growth, and I see progression in the team. So I just want us to keep heading in that direction. I'm AJ. I don't have my mic again. Peace.